Alright, I know it's been a while since I've done any kind of video, like video. I've done a couple of shorts here and there, but I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I told you guys that I wasn't gonna do videos unless the mood struck me, and now finally that I have my analog 3D, which you can kind of see it back there if you look hard enough. It's the little white thing next to my PS5. That's the analog 3D. Um, I'm gonna talk about it since I finally tested out every game that I own for my N64, which is not an expensive library by any stretch of the imagination, but I did run it through its paces, and I will say the Analog 3D actually did surprise me and does surprise me in many ways. And the 8-bit controller does pair nicely with it. You do have to update it before you use it. So you do have to update both the Analog 3D and your 8-bit N64 controller if you have one. I don't know why you have to update the controller, but you do. You need to have the like 8-bit controller like firmware thingy, updated thing. It's on their website. You can easily download it. It takes 2 seconds. You just plug it into the computer. It recognizes it. It downloads the firmware. Boom, you're done. It's good to go. Same thing with the analog 3D. You just put the included SD card into like a reader. Do I have my reader out here? No, but like if you have like an SD card reader, you just put it in there, and you just download the update file, put it back in your analog 3D, turn it on. It will update. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes, maybe 5. I don't know. I didn't count, but it doesn't take long. Typical time for most analog systems to update. But once all that's done, you're off and running. You can do whatever you want to do with it. Now, from what I've heard, a lot of flashcards do not work with the analog 3D. Now, I don't know this for a fact because I do not own a flashcard for any of my retro consoles, or I should say, any of my retro consoles slash like analog consoles that I own. I've never owned flashcards. I've always just waited for them to be jailbroken and just play games through SD card. That's usually how I play my like Mega SG, my Super NT, my NT Mini Noir. It's usually how I play those systems. Now I've kind of replaced those with my analog pocket because that does like everything that I just mentioned, and it does it fairly well. Now with the N64, of course, the pocket can't do that. Um, so I did make space for my analog 3D. So anyway, getting back to the 3D, like I said, I don't know about what flashcards do work, don't work. I'm not sure. I know I've heard the summer cards works. I believe Kaiko has a summer card version, EverDrive flashcards for the N64 that works. I don't know. The only thing I know by Kaiko is their PS2 cables, which are pretty good, and their GameCube cables. They do a lot of like AV cable solutions for like HDTVs and stuff like that. But now they have like an N64 flash card. That apparently works as far as I know. But other than that, I have no idea. So if you're looking to like play ROMs and stuff like that, I would wait a little bit before buying one. Well, you can't buy one right now anyway. They're sold out currently. But when they get restocked, and they've already restocked once, but when they get restocked again, I would honestly wait because I would think sometime next year it's going to restock again. Um, I would honestly wait if you don't have like any N64 cartridges laying around or any kind of nostalgia for it. Like it's pretty steeply priced. I believe they upped the price to like 270 or something like that. I don't remember what it was when I bought. I think it was 230 or something like that. I can't remember. because it's been so long since I've pre-ordered it. Um, you can get it in white or black. I got the white console because I don't know. I just like the way the white looks. It kind of pops a little bit. I think I like the way it looks. And let's see, there's really nothing else to really describe about the system. It's got a power on, like I don't want to say switch, but it's a switch, but it's not like your typical N64 power switch. You just flick it up, it powers on, and to turn off, you flick it again, it powers off. There's a reset button, a cartridge slot, 4 controller ports like the original N64. The power LED is also the sync button for any wireless Bluetooth controllers that are compatible. As of right now, I think only the 8-bit though and 64 controllers compatible. I believe they're going to work on getting other controllers to be compatible. I don't know for sure. One that I know people want to be compatible is the original N64 controller for the Nintendo Switch. So that would be cool because I'd probably buy one just to have that original feel. You can always plug in original controllers too, but a lot of those sticks are kind of like eh. I have a couple controllers that still have decent sticks, but they're not great. Nintendo 64 controllers are notoriously not good with their analog sticks or joysticks, whatever. So if you have one lying around that's actually like good, not wobbly or whatever, um, you can use that. But I recommend just buying the 8-bit controller. It's it's fairly accurate to how a like new N64 joystick would be. The only thing I kind of struggle with is like FPS games. Like it seems like really sensitive when you go to try to like aim and shoot and stuff like that. But other than that, like it's a really solid controller and it has built-in rumble. The only thing is you can't use like original memory cards, which I'll get the memory cards in a second, or the transfer pack. I did not test the transfer pack, but I've heard it works, so I'm not gonna bother testing it. So there's no reason for me to test it if people say it works. Trust me, it works. Um, I will be trying to. I'm gonna try to splice in some gameplay, um, or footage of the system running with a couple games. Uh, can't make any promises that's gonna look super great, but I'm trying my best with what I have. Anyway, so um, like I said, transfer pack. I don't know if it works for sure, but people have said that have tested it says it does work. As long as your transfer pack works, it should be fine. I just don't feel like digging out my Pokemon Blue copy to test it on Stadium 1 or Stadium 2. Or I guess Perfect Dark with Perfect Dark Game Boy Color, but whatever. Um, so yeah, that's all fine. But memory card support is kind of cool, but also kind of wonky in a way. If you have a way to like back up your memory card, um, I guess image or something. I don't know what you want to call it, like memory card hack, I guess. Um, every game that uses a memory card actually saves it to the SD card, and each game has its own like pack, like memory pack file, but it's all the same memory card. If that makes sense. Like if you know how the old memory cards work for N64, they all take up like pages or whatever. Um, and basically the entire memory card is one bulk like 32 kilobit image or whatever. And if you have a way to back up your memory cards, which I do, and the only reason I mention this because people out there might, if you have a way to back up the .mpk file that gets dumped when you dump your memory card, there the memory card image on the analog 3D is a .img file. Now, if you want to transfer like an original memory pack. I was a memory pack image, because they're called memory packs, not memory cards. They're called memory packs. But if you want to transfer an original image, once you have that image, you basically just rename it whatever blah 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 dot img instead of mpk. So there's that. But if you have like multiple saves on that memory pack, like for instance, I have my original N64 OEM N64 memory pack has like Castlevania 2, Quest 64, Rampage World Tour, stuff like that. If I want to use Castlevania Legacy of Darkness and play that save file, I have to take out my SD card in my 3D, put it in my computer, copy the controller pack image file into the Castlevania Legacy of Darkness folder, and vice versa for any game like Quest. I have to do that for Quest, Rampage, stuff like that. So just know that if you have a way to back up your memory card images, or memory pack images, know that you have to copy it into each individual folder they have save files for, like Quest, Rampage, whatever it is. Deathly Arts, Rampage 2, Shadow Man, whatever you might have memory card saves for. Just know you have to copy each the image file or memory pack file into each individual game folder. So there's that. I just want to clarify that for the very few people that are going to have like a way to dump your memory cards. If you're a nerd like me, you have a card dumper and a memory card dumper, then you're good to go. I just explained it. So going back to the system and the UI and the interface, anytime first off, if you're going to buy this system, I highly, highly recommend investing in some 90% isopropyl alcohol and a lot of cotton buds or Q-tips, because you're going to need to clean your game cartridges before you place them into your analog 3D. They even recommend you clean the cartridges. Hell, they give you cleaning pads to like clean your game cartridges. So they want you to clean your game cartridges. So I do recommend getting 90% rubbing alcohol and cleaning your games with a cotton swab or Q-tip or whatever you call them. Clean them with something, what rubbing alcohol on a t-shirt, whatever, every time you put it in. I know it sounds kind of monotonous, but if it's a game you play like constantly, and once you clean it once, I would say like once a month, probably clean your games. I know that sounds kind of weird, but that's what I would do to keep your cartridge slot clean. So do that to get proper readings on the cartridge. Because the UI interface, when you plug in a cartridge, it'll come up with the name of that cartridge, the region, whether it uses like Rumble Pack, Transfer Pack, Expansion Pack, whatever. And if it doesn't recognize it, it says unknown cartridge. Now, even if you go to start putting it in and it reads it too quickly, but it reads it correctly, it'll still say unknown cartridge. To fix that, just power cycle your console and then it'll read cartridge fine. What I usually do is just make sure I have the pins lined up and just push down firmly. Not hard, just enough to get to go into the slot. And then it reads the game fine. You just gotta make sure you line up correctly. If not, just power off this system and plug in your cartridge then. That's what you can do to ensure you get proper readings on cartridges each time. Now, by default, it does not have any images of like the cartridges, but you can download this database file from GitHub. If I remember to, I'll leave a link to the GitHub thing that I downloaded. Shout outs to I think it was My Life in Gaming that mentioned it. I don't know if it was the same one, but they mentioned that there was a library.db file that had like all the card images and stuff. I would rather have the box arts, honestly. If I had to choose, maybe someone will do that eventually. I would rather want the box arts than the cartridge images themselves. But it's fine for now. It still makes it look a little bit nicer. But each time you put it in a cartridge, it identifies the game for the most part. If it's like an officially licensed N64 game, not like homebrew or hack or anything like that, it should recognize it with what game it is, what region it is, and sometimes what version it is. Like My Perfect Dark, for instance, is like Rev 1 or something. I think it said, which I didn't know that. I don't know if my ROM dumper even told me that it was Rev 1. I don't know. I have to uh, go check my ROM file to see if it says that. If it is. So it is kind of neat that it tells you that. But the nicest feature of the Analog 3D is not only the 4K output, and no, it doesn't upscale the image. It does look nice on a 4K display, though. It just does. It's not as blurry and bland looking like if you're plugging an original N64 like to a AV to HDMI box or whatever. So it does look a lot better, but there are some video features you can do. You can stretch the image, you can de-blur it. I'll go through the choices here on screen so you guys can see them all. But the best feature, in my opinion, and the thing that really boggles my mind that Analog didn't say that this could do at all during the time that this was like a thing, they never mentioned this feature. And I think it would help sell this console to fans of the N64 because I was talking about to a friend of mine about this, and they almost have a complete library of the N64 because they're a big N64 fan. And I'm like, dude, you should have bought this thing because you can overclock games and make them run better in some instances. And no, I'm not kidding. You can actually overclock the N64 and make games run smoother. And it's pretty night and day difference with a lot of games. One game that I'm going to show that you can tell a big stark difference, and the main thing that really helps out with is games that have like expansion pack support that enhance like high res graphics or whatever. That's what really shows like what the overclocking or unleashed mode, which is the highest setting. It's defaulted to auto. I'm not sure what that all overclocks with it. It's defaulted to auto, but you can also force it to just play like it was an original N64. I would recommend that with a lot of these games that give performance boosts because it is a night and day difference. I'm telling you guys. I'm not even trying to overglaze this. I'm not even kidding. The one game I'm going to show you guys, it's way more playable than it has ever been in the 20 plus years I've been playing this game. And that game is Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. I know Castlevania 64 and Legacy of Darkness get shit on a lot because they're not great games, but I enjoy them for what they were. Sure, they weren't great Castlevania games, and the controls were kind of weird, the camera was weird, and the performance is horrendous, especially in high res mode. It is god awful. If you play that on original hardware, holy crap, it is bad. You have to play on low res to even like get it to a playable like frame rate. It's so bad. But like the 3D, like holy crap, it improves it by so much. It's like night and day. It's so much better. I'm not even trying to glaze it, and I don't even know if my capture equipment that I'm going to capture gameplay with it is going to be able to do this justice. But I can tell you with like 100% certainty, this will improve the performance of a lot of games, even if they don't have like expansion pack support or whatever. If they have any kind of slowdown or anything like that, you will notice a stark difference in performance. Hell, Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, the main menu, the Magnemites that like are your cursor or whatever it is, those usually like lag on Stadium 2 especially, but with the enhanced or unleashed mode with the overclocking, there's no lag. It's smooth. It's crazy, guys. Like I wish everyone could experience this, because it still boggles my mind that Analog made no mention of overclocking on this thing. The only reason I knew about the overclocking was because of all the press like a week ago from all the early like access YouTubers that got like early demo units and stuff. They were talking about the overclocking being the big deal, and I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? And I thought they were overblowing how big of a difference it made in some games, but it really does, guys. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, it makes Legacy of Darkness way more enjoyable for me. Like, I've been playing that game so much more recently, and I've been playing a lot more N64 as of recent. Like, me playing this system and just playing the N64 for years, like, it's made me fall back in love with the N64. I even told my wife, I was like, dude, when we trade in my N64, my original one, because I don't need it anymore. Like, the only reason I could see wanting to have, like, my OG N64 is just for, like, nostalgia. But, like, I don't need it. Like, this will tell you how much I love Analog's products. I don't love them as a company because their shipping charges and shit like that. The dumb shit they do with that, charge like $30 for shipping. That's ridiculous. That's bullshit, Analog. You need to work on that, because that is bullshit. You're doing that to people, like charging $35 for shipping. That's asinine, dude. Like, this thing should not cost $30 to ship, especially if people are in like California and stuff. Because like their shipping partners are like in California or whatever, and I've heard from other people that are like in that area that they still get charged like $30 for shipping. Like, it should maybe cost like $10-15 maybe to ship this thing, not 30. But I digress. Anyway, but like I was saying, Analog products, they are super freaking amazing. Like, I've bought every single Analog thing besides their like Neo Geo thing I think they did like years and years ago. But I have an NT Noir, I have the Super NT, the Mega SG, the Analog Pocket, the Analog Duo. I don't even have that many Turbo games, and I still bought a Duo. And I love them. They're very good products. They are very good, high quality replacements for the retro consoles like the Super Nintendo, NES, Genesis, Turbo, and now the N64. Like, I don't see a reason as to why you would need your original N64 unless you just want that whole nostalgia trip. Now, there are mod kits and stuff for the N64. Yes, you could do that, but the cost of it and to have someone professionally do it, if you don't know how to solder, because you will need to solder to do it to an N64. If you don't know how to do that, it costs just about as much as this does. So that's your option. Now, I would be remiss and a bad content creator if I didn't let you guys know. And I don't remember when it's supposed to come out. I think it's sometime next year. There is another company doing another FPGA-based N64 called Mod Retro. and they're calling it the M64. Now, I don't know what other features this thing has over the Analog 3D, or if it has the same overclocking capabilities, but if it does, I don't know. If it doesn't, I would say the Analog kind of pushes that out a little bit, but I don't know since that's not out yet. And I don't plan to get the mod retro because it's $200, and I already spent like, what was it? Like almost $300, something like that, $320, something like that, on this. So I'm good. Like, unless it blows the socks off of like the Analog 3D, then I don't see a reason for me to be like, holy cow, I need to drop $200 on this mod retro M64. But I want to let you guys know that is coming down the pipeline, and I believe it is $200. I believe if you pre-order it now or something like that. I think it's up for pre-order, or it's going to be up for pre-order soon. I believe it's $200.
We bring you this battle live from the gym leader
just look
castle.
up M64 mod retro, and it'll come
overcome the waiting trainers.
Well, like I said, I have no idea if I'm going to get one. I will definitely be on the lookout for reviews from like Mad Little Pixel and other people like that, because I know he's getting one, and probably a bunch of other YouTubers getting one. But me, I don't really need one. I already have the Analog 3D, and I love it. I really, like, I can't wait till this thing gets jailbroken so I can just play all my N64 games without having to worry about my code. And like I said, I know some Flashcore companies are working on like firmware updates.
Oh, it's Pidgeotto!
Like I know Frix is working on one for the newest, like, best ever drive.
The number of remaining Pokemon is 3
I don't want to spend like $100+ on like an EverDrive cartridge if they're going to like eventually, if the community is going to eventually jailbreak this thing, which I do think will happen. But I think with the 3D OS, it might take a little bit longer to jailbreak.
That was a glancing blow.
I do think it will happen. And when it does happen, like, that's just going to open up the door for homebrews and hacks to take advantage of the overclocking capabilities of the 3D. Now, one other thing I want to mention, this thing does have built-in cooling fans. So when you first plug it in, you're going to hear like the ramping up of the fans. It does say to make sure the vents are not blocked or the fans aren't blocked. So keep it in like a semi-open area. Like make sure the sides aren't blocked. So just to let you know so it doesn't like overheat. So yeah, pretty sure I covered everything. The only thing I didn't cover was the Game Shark. And I do want to say, yes, my Game Shark did work and does work, but Game Sharks are very, very finicky and unreliable. I only got my Game Shark to boot up twice with the Analog 3D. Once with Perfect Dark, with the key code, Zelda key code, and I was playing around with the double weapon codes, but yeah, it just, Game Sharks are not very reliable. I don't know if it's the Analog not really liking it, but maybe it's the Game Sharks starting to poop out. I don't know. But it does not recognize it as a Game Shark. It just says like unknown cartridge. If it doesn't recognize what you're plugging into it, that's what it says. You can also delete games that you've played and you don't want in your library anymore. Because once every game you stick in, it keeps a log of what games you played and inserted in your cartridge. That's kind of cool. So I did want to mention that the Game Shark does work. Just don't hold your breath on the Game Shark functioning for that long, because they are notoriously bad. They don't work very well. even on OG hardware. So I don't know if it's the 3D for sure that why it's
It predicted an attack in the future.
It could be, but
What will the trainer do now?
Hopefully, Analog
A light hit.
will add in like Game Shark support.
It's a fierce battle.
I'm
They're
gonna
ready
email
to
them
go.
about that, see if that's something they can maybe pitch their technical
A
team.
sharp attack.
Maybe
It's
they will
super effective.
Game Shark will Exploder. I think Exploder is like the European.
It increased its agility.
I believe. That would be a
Heated
nice
action
feature.
continues.
But other than that, like,
They go into battle pose.
someone needs to jailbreak this thing. Like, I feel like
What's this?
jailbreaking this thing would
That
really
was a
open
glancing
up
blow.
like, mods for like high-res mods for like.
A psychic
I know there's a
blast.
high-res mod for game.
Close to the weak spot. It has no strength left.
Majora's Mask does play smoothly
The
as
next
well.
Pokemon
So that
needs to
does
be
utilize the
prepared.
expansion pack. Sadly, I don't have those
Oh, it's the Johto.
anymore to test out, but
It was hit by
I
a
would assume that
prophesied
will
attack.
Perfect Dark runs smooth.
The white-hot battle continues.
Yeah, man, every game I threw at this thing, it worked great. Even my most expensive game, which is
There's the attack. Drill the weakness.
booted up right away. No issues, nothing like that. Yeah, anything else I didn't mention?
It raised its agility.
No, that's pretty
There's
much
a
it.
big
Other than like all the
difference
video
between
features,
the
you can
two
do, like,
combatants.
storylines, all that good stuff. I'm not gonna bore you guys with all that stuff. I don't really care about
What's
storylines
next?
and all that stuff.
That
As
did
long as it
little
plays
damage.
what I wanted to play, looks good doing it, then
It predicted an
I'm a
attack
happy
in the
boy.
future.
That's all I need. That's all I wanted.
Flying
Is
from
a
both
good,
competitors.
fun way to play my N64 code on an HD television
It
in the
increased
modern
its
day of
agility.
2025 and beyond, and Analog delivered with that.
A
Plus,
show of
they
ancient
let
power.
you go over the top,
Right, that's a
which
hit.
is super cool.
Oh,
And that's what's
gotcha.
got me more blown away by anything.
There's only
is that
one Pokemon left
it was
to
like
come out.
whatever. It's so
Oh,
freaking
it's
cool.
not to.
Even
It's
Deadly
down to
Ash,
the
the
last
crappy
Pokemon
fighting game that's
The
not
heated
very
action
good, but I
continues.
enjoy it. Even that plays a little bit smoother.
A furious
It's
attack.
crazy, guys.
Ah,
I hope you guys experience this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.
brilliant
Thank you guys
attack.
for always supporting the
The
channel.
move didn't
and
quite
just
work.
sticking with me.
It was hit by a prophesied attack.
Willy-nilly doing videos when I feel like
The last
I really
Pokemon
like
goes
5
down.
years for me to
And
do
there
it.
goes the battle.
I want to get a better setup done so I can do proper videos for you guys. I'm going to be talking with my dad about that soon, so just bear with me. Give me a little bit more time. I'll probably talk to him around like Christmas time, so because that'll be around the start of the new year. So then hopefully we can get stuff worked out. So that's why I haven't done videos in a while. And plus, there's really not much to talk about other than the Steam machine, which I will be doing a video on that. Probably over the weekend, but I'll probably post it on Monday. So be on the lookout for that on my thoughts on the Steam machine as well, because that does look very interesting. As someone that doesn't play on PC that often, a basically PC console looks very intriguing to me. That's all I'm going to say. But I'll leave you guys with that, and thank you guys for watching this Analog 3D video, thoughts, impressions, I guess, review. But I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. If you're celebrating, thank you guys for supporting my channel and supporting me and my life. And thank you guys for just always having my back. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the little hiatus. This is RollingWithKevin, and I'm rolling out. And I'm going back to playing some more N64. Peace. Alright guys, I kind of went a little overboard on footage here, but so that's what you're going to see at the end of this. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I don't feel like editing down my footage. You guys want to see more of it anyway, so I think all that's left is Wordle sign up. Let me check it live here real quick. I think so.
Good afternoon, sir.
No, there's one
Can I
eye
help
left in
you?
Perfect Dark. That's
The
right.
name's Bond.
And that's
James
it.
Bond.
Okay.
Ah,
Anyway,
Mr. Bond.
so
We have a
after
safety
that,
deposit box waiting for
that'll
you.
be done. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm really enjoying the Analog 3D. I think it was worth the money, but to each their own. I think it was worth it, but whatever. We'll see what the mod retro can do when that comes out. I don't know when that's supposed to come out, but sometime next year. But we'll see. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the gameplay, and I guess I went a little overboard with gameplay, but better to be safe than sorry. But anyway, I think I'm done now.
Don't shoot!
Good afternoon, sir. Can I help you?
The name's Bond. James Bond. Yes, Mr. Bond. Your safety deposit box is ready for you in the privacy booth.
Intruder alert!
She got me. Why me?
Intruder alert! We've got a contact!
Thank you all for watching this video. If you did like it, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, click the bell button for all notifications so you get notified if I go live, post a video, post on my community page, or anything like that if YouTube does notify you. Sometimes it doesn't always do it, but hopefully it does for you guys. Anyway, thank you guys so much for supporting me on Patreon. Shoutouts go to my patrons, Sonny Silva, Catfish Cat, Lee Fernay, Team Dale, Elliot Scott, Mac and Dude, Preliab, Harry Fernandez, William Scott, AJ Gottawa, Oliver Frederick, Landon Ernhorn, Marcus Malahi, Brianna, Nuclear Reactive Man, Rebecca H., Just Good Enough, Gorgon Koluskovic, Justin M. Daggins, Daniel Childs, Patrick Oliver, and Harold Huckabee. Thank you all so much. I really do appreciate it. If you do want to support the channel, it's only $1 a month. That's all I ask. It really does help with the channel a lot to keep this going. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And this has been RollingWithKevin, and I am rolling out.